I'm good, brother. I'm good. Sorry. How long have you been there?
I was just sitting there looking at you. That's a fine head of hair.
It's head of
A
hair.
man who we're going to be talking to on the podcast very shortly, Stuart McCloskey, would love to have a head of hair like that. Welcome along to another episode of the Offload. Massive thank you to 15 Kings for their continued support. And if you're
Yes,
looking
good
for a
on 'em.
nice Christmas present this year, make sure to go out and
Oh, yes, the
shop.
jumper kid.
Yeah, shop local. Go and
Shop
help
local.
out shops around the country as well. Do your bit to help out. And also, I just want to mention, yes, the live show, we're low on availability. Tickets up in Belfast, Limerick lagging behind, Cork even further behind, and Dublin's
Yeah.
going okay. So yeah, the blue media are supporting us,
Absolutely.
and everyone up north. So thank you. But please
You're a bit smug because we've gone limited tickets available for Belfast. So we'll put it up in our in the Offload bio, but you can go to Ticketmaster for your tickets, and or else you can visit the Mac in Belfast.
Live, maclive.com or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Mac Theatre up in Belfast as well. But for the other three venues, of course, it's in March. So thank you so much for your continued support. Right, shall we get into our
hold on.
guest?
Perfect Christmas present when you think of it, Tommy, right? So the Irish game came out. It's going to be the 26th, right? So the Six Nations runs right up to that point. If you think about it, we're in Limerick on the 4th. You know what I mean? That's going to be a class night. That is the week of the Welsh game. So Ireland play Wales on that Friday night. And we're also in Dublin on the Thursday night. So the night before the Welsh game, us in the Ambassador.
And to be fair, look at the price of the Irish tickets.
Yeah,
and look at the price of getting from Limerick up to Dublin. Could be arse with that. Just come and watch us instead. Way more entertaining than the Welsh and Irish match anyway.
Yeah, exactly it.
Right, okay, it's a perfect Christmas present. Thanks again for all your continued support.
One last one. Come on, Cork, will you? Friday the 13th, you know what I mean? Before Scotland, Tommy is having a field day that we're down the bottom of the sales list. Come on, Cork, throw us a bone here. Get involved, go to Ticketmasters, come on, City Hall, let's sell out. Come up the inside rail and past Belfast. We'd love to see you there.
Right, time for 23 caps for Ireland, 107 caps for Ulster. He was playing against Australia last weekend, had to come off injured. It's great to have Stuart McCloskey with us. Let's hear from him now. Right, here we go. The guest for this week, the self-proclaimed banger bulldozer. I mean, he pretty much told us we had to call him this back in the day. Stuart McCloskey, good to have you with us.
Yeah, good on you, Stu.
Good to be on anyway. Good start.
How are you, mate? Obviously, congratulations the last couple of weeks. It's great to see you back in the green jersey again, but unfortunately you missed out this weekend, the big one against South Africa. You had a groin injury, am I right? And you just aggravated it last weekend against Australia. What's the current situation for you?
Yeah, did my groin against New Zealand. Felt good coming up to Australia, and then redid the groin after about 15 seconds of the game. And so sort of hobbled around for 30 minutes to try to save face a bit, but it was
justify the cap.
It was seizing up a fair bit, so thankfully we had Bundy on the bench, so it wasn't pretty much like for like there.
Have you ever done a groin, Dunners?
I did a groin.
Too slow.
I'll tell you when I did a groin and you get a giggle out of it.
Listen, is this X-rated? I mean, on the pitch.
Tommy, keep it out of the gutter. You will get a giggle out of it because it was in a bed. You know, in the hotel when they tightly tuck the sheet in and you're trying to, instead of getting up and pulling it out, I tried to shunt it out with the outside of my leg, and then I don't know, was it groin or abductor or something like that? Something popped. I was there. Oh my! But you can't go with that. Like, you do something on the pitch, fair enough. But imagine going down. I'm out there because
you've got to hobble on the pitch and then pretend you're there. That's what I always tell young lads if they've done something like a night out. Make sure you get to the pitch and just fall over as soon as you get there.
even just get to the warm up.
Yeah,
even the warm up. How bad is it though? Because I tore my groin against New Zealand many years ago as well, and I was out for months with it.
Fucking will you shut up,
cheers.
Tommy, man?
Thanks,
We're
man.
trying to be positive.
I know. I'm just wondering, how is it?
No, it's not too bad. It'll be 3 or 4 weeks. I'll be back sort of interpros time around Christmas. I might miss that Connacht one. I think that's the 27th. Feels a bit soon about that week.
Well done, you've earned that, right?
Yeah, no, before that anyway.
I'll tell you, so when I did my groin, right, it was back 2015, whatever else, but I couldn't get it right. And see, getting treatment on your groin, see, like, Stu, like the physios have to get right up. I mean, they earn their pay whenever they're going. I mean,
It's
somebody
horrific.
walks. Oh,
And
it is.
then you get the scam in the MRI, and then you're just looking at the scam, and you're like, that's so obvious what we're looking at here, but like, what? Like, it's no good pointing out. No, all right.
It's very cold in this MRI machine.
Freezing in that MRI scanner.
It's crazy cold tools.
Is that a cryotherapy machine as well?
Yeah, and everybody's getting in for a look. And you're like, lads, what is going on here? Why is there 10 people in the physio room already?
I'm kind of wondering. Surely an X-ray is meant to look at bones. I mean, that's a different bone.
Stu, sorry, when you do it quite early there and you have to find a way to get through, like, did you spot kind of players identifying you? Did any of the Aussies kind of spot you? Because the way the game's gone, man, you can't carry a bang or a knock.
No, in fact, it was all right. I could sort of, if anybody had stepped me one way, I was going to be struggling to turn, but straight line running was fine, which is a lot of my game, thankfully. And
not really much else, do you?
Not really much else. And then it was just getting a bit, no assault, but like it was just getting a bit sticky. Like any of the contact stuff and all that was a bit of a struggle. So that'll be better not let anybody down by not being able to make a tackle in the end.
Yeah, it's a tough one, that, because a groin is an injury that you can you can cover for, but you know yourself, you're playing at 60-70%, and at international level, you can't obviously let your team down. But at the same time, you don't want to go off early. You don't want to let the likes of Bundy and stuff on, and you kind of have to put your hand up to say, listen, this just isn't right. But
that was kind of the same thing against New Zealand when people are like messing me, being like, "Why'd you come off?" or "Why are we off?" And I was like,
I love that, as if you opted for it.
I couldn't move. Like there's, I couldn't. If anybody goes outside you, and there's not, as you say, there's not too many places to hide. An international game against New Zealand, the way their backs go, so. No, it's hard, but you've got to sort of do the right thing.
I was surprised Matt Hansen wasn't bawling his eyes out when you were leaving. Man, you did so well for all three of his hat trick, just being so heavily involved in putting him through holes. If you'd stayed on, he would have got 8 tries, man.
You keep banging that drum. That's great. Actually, keep telling people that they might think about it now. No, he was class the weekend, wasn't he? He's a bit different. I swear, I walked back after the first try and saw he had a white boot and a black boot on. I was like, this guy's serious. Could not believe it, but fair play to him. He backed it up.
You only spotted it when he scored his first try.
Did he warm up?
I was walking back and I was going down to get the water bottles, and I was like, is this guy serious? Like, what is going on? You could get him on and ask him to see his new tattoos. They are brilliant.
No. Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, he's got some new ones, has he, from over the summer?
They're very, very good, yeah.
When he was in Thailand.
I'll let him show them if he ever comes up.
We were lucky enough to chat to him over the summer, but he was doing it from his car, and it got so hot at one point that the phone started melting, like the phone overheating.
Yeah.
And ended up coming back with a big red head in him.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, he's a character, to be fair. And listen, credit to him, geez, to come back and score a hat trick. But as Donncha said, like, some of your hands, you're such a threat in the midfield it's something watching from the sideline. Australia were marking so narrow, like their winger was right inside between the posts. But your delicate hands, the blind pass out the back, man, when did you learn to do that? Because it certainly wasn't when I was playing with you.
He's well able to give it to good players, Tommy. Chin up, fella.
This is it. Like, no, Tommy, if you ever caught him on a night out back in the day, if you're under the age of about like 22, 23, he'd like corner you and then just abuse you for not being good enough. So like any of the boys that were under about 22 you'd see one in the corner getting cornered by Tommy, and Tommy berating them about why they weren't already playing for the Lions, basically.
Brilliant.
Oh man, poor old Shanners. Poor
I know
Shanners,
that.
I think he'll never look at those nights again. Listen, I'm just going to say I made you. They were pep talks that, in my
Yeah,
mind, they
me,
seemed like a good idea.
me and Sanders and all sitting like basically crying. I'm like 21, I've just had a first cap, and Tommy's like, why you not play for Ireland? No, what's going on? It's like,
Brilliant.
I've just played with
This is what you got to do.
Yeah.
Big
Oh,
man for
man.
slagging off the academy, lads.
Oh,
Um,
desperate.
Brilliant.
I
A
know.
couple of beers and we'll be straight at it.
Yeah. But Stu, you've so much to your game, man. You know, when you see your physique and size, you know what's coming north, south. But as Tommy was saying, and we see it all the time at Ulster, the ball skills, the ability to connect, you must enjoy that side of it. Now having someone like Andy Farrell kind of liberating you to go play that type of game.
Yeah, it's been great. Andy's given me a good few opportunities over the years. Like I suppose my passing game's probably come on a lot over the last few years. Has to when I'm losing a wee bit of pace, whatever I had at the start. So, yeah, no, it's kind of easier to create holes for people when you're 115 kilos. So, do a few offloads, stand in the middle of the pitch, and let the other lads do the running's kind of my game.
Well, you're pretty bloody good. Like, I mean, it is part of your game. I mean, your size is such an advantage as well. Your ability to get over the gain line and just get your hands free. And it's been brilliant to see as well. I want to talk to you a bit about Australia and New Zealand as well, but I want to ask you just with the groin injury, I know you have a newborn baby as well just a couple of weeks ago.
Hey, congrats.
You
Nice,
must have been delighted to get back home. So you have 3 kids. You've been away for the last 5 weeks. I'd say you're straight back into dad duties.
Oh yeah, handed me straight at the door. No, 3 kids now, and Rudy's just come. He's 9 weeks old now. So
Oh,
yeah, when Andy said I could go home Monday, I was absolutely delighted to leave the comfort of the K Club. Couldn't wait to rush back up the road.
Get you down sitting in front of Bluey 10 minutes later
Yeah,
while all the
Peppa
lads
Pig.
are
well, it's
golfing.
full on
flat
Coco
out.
Melon. I'd say you're not even at Bluey State. Well, Arlo's your oldest, so he's probably all over Bluey.
Yeah, he can do he likes Harry Potter and all that's watchable, but
All right.
Casper is 2, so he's on like Bluey and Rubble and Crew and all that. So yeah, it's a bit different now.
Great names.
Will you get a
Yeah.
bit of time, like, because Andy Farrell, we've had a couple of people on talking about how much Andy wants to bring the players and the family and partners into the environment and stuff. Have we been able to do that this time? Because I know you were off in Chicago for a week and a half, and then, of course, obviously straight into Japan, straight into Australia, It's not really been the environment, I'm sure, that it's been. It's very much playing catch up, I'd imagine, that all that coaching crew are back again.
Yeah, like I flew straight from South Africa as well, so I was away
yeah.
for straight South Africa to Chicago, and then so I didn't get back for I think it was 3.5 weeks, not home, and then got to pop up the road for a night. Actually, no, sorry, the Japan week. I got home for 3 days because I was injured, so they're like, you can go home and rehab at home, which is sound. And then Hannah and Rudy came down the weekend for the Australia game, but yeah, it's hard to get all the families involved, but game days, yeah, there's always something put on afterwards, and he always tries to make the most of getting families in.
I don't think people probably listening or who are watching Ireland appreciate how difficult it is for the wives and partners.
Yeah, so I thought you were gonna say difficult for me. It's fairly
exactly
easy. It's fairly easy going to South Africa and find business class to Chicago for.
Well,
A
exactly.
5-star hotel is tough,
Well,
but
exactly. That's
Tough
class.
life.
But like,
crazy.
and for guys who are single or maybe with no kids, but when kids come along, it is difficult. I mean, you're trying to FaceTime, you're trying to put the dad time in, but really your focus is the rugby at the weekend, and your wife, partner, they're all just left to kind of hold fort at home.
I think. Well, I can only speak for Hannah, but I think Hannah's been great. Like she knows what the crack is by now. I've done this long enough. The 3 weeks there was a bit of a stretch. Like I missed the birth of Arlo because I was away in a Portugal camp for Six Nations and had to fly back from a World Cup for 2 days for the birth of Casper. So she's taken that pretty well over the years.
Wow, that is incredible. Because Stu, we talk about it so much, and let's be honest, we bought into the game. We don't mind making the sacrifices, but for partners and people we care about, it can be really difficult, can't it?
Yeah, we sort of get roped into it. I don't think when me and Hannah met from 11 years ago, I don't think she'd signed up for all this. But there's good things coming, obviously. But there is a lot of time away.
Yeah, obviously. And listen, of course, she's so proud for you, and it's not. And we, myself, Donncha, know only too well. It doesn't last forever, and it is about appreciating and enjoying as much as you can. And fair play to you as well. Talk to us about that match in Chicago. Getting to go over there. I suppose there was so much expectation going into that match. What was it like, even in the build-up for it as being part of the squad?
It was cool. Like, I don't know. I wasn't there for the first one. But it didn't seem as big as the first one. I think it was the second time round. But then we got the game day and the place is filled with Irish fans. I didn't see too much New Zealand fans about. And, obviously, the game didn't go our way. It was kind of in the balance for a while. But the spectacle it just felt like even that red card at the start seemed a bit just farcical the way it was done. I don't know if the decision was that bad, but just the big screen didn't work there and everything.
Did you notice that as a player? Like, were you kind of going, what the hell? I can't even see it here because the big screen's not working. There was no communication.
Yeah, I didn't see the challenge because it was on the other side of the rock. But yeah, it's kind of tags like, I remember him in the hull being like, I think I could get a yellow. And then, what was it, 3 minutes later after sort everything out, the ref brings were red, which is a bit of a surprise. But I don't think any of us really knew what was going on at that point.
Yeah, though it does seem to, like, a lot of people who were there watching said, yeah, maybe there was some areas of it that were a bit of a letdown as a game. In terms of the week and the build up to it for the players, like getting to go to Chicago as a group, I presume you probably went to the NBA, or did you get to go and see around the city and stuff?
Yeah, we were staying right in the middle of it. We were actually staying at the same hotel as the New York Knicks one of the nights.
No.
The fans are... Thierry Henry was at the hotel as well, actually. That was
bollocks.
cool. Yeah, unbelievable. Like, I think it was voted like nicest hotel of the world. It was absolutely...
I'm not worried about the hotel. I'm on about Henry, the fucker, after he handled the ball into the net.
Here, you're talking
You're
talking to a Northern Ireland supporter here, not Republic, Donncha.
Still, though, we're all still aggrieved by that.
Yeah. I was desperately raging about that. It was crazy.
But so, like, what side? Because I mean, you think of some of the second rows and stuff for Ireland, would they have been nowhere near the size of the Knicks?
Oh yeah, a couple of guys like 6'11", 7 foot, like so tall, so skinny. Your guy, I was in the lift with one of the boys they were going down to the game, and me and Handy were going out for a bit of food. I think it was like Thursday night they were playing, and your guy goes down to the lift with must have been like a 50K Rolex on and 2 Dior bags, and like absolutely dripped out and like all this Gucci stuff, and I was like, we're playing the wrong sport, man.
I'm about to go out there and get my head knocked off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was class city. The NBA game was good and everything. Quite a bit of golf. It was it was a great week.
Do you like that as a player, kind of getting to sample different cities, new things?
Yeah, because
beats the Dragons, like, are going up to Glasgow, in the piss and rain.
It's slightly different. The Dragons away now. No, it's it's probably not something you'd want to do every week, but it's nice as a one-off here and there. It's even that novelty. We used to go to South Africa at the start, and it was an amazing trip. But now that's kind of drawn out a wee bit that we've done it the last 8 years. So yeah, Chicago was nice. It was a bit different.
Yeah. Stu, for us, you mentioned Tig's challenge. It is a frustration at the moment. I know you can't comment too much on it, but just from a player's point of view, how nervous are you now when it comes to nearly the decision-making and the process of stuff going on, that you might have no idea whether it's a penalty, a yellow card, a direct red, or a 20-minute red card? You know what I mean? That it's
for a split-second decision, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably, it's frustrating, obviously, but it is for the good. I suppose it's for the good of the players. You'll see some of the challenges that we're going in when you lads are playing the way Donncha, yourself, and Polly used to attack rucks, like, probably for the best. That's not the game anymore. But yeah, no, it's tough to tackle. It is tough to tackle now. I have to tackle quite high and haven't been done yet, so touch wood that says that way. But yeah, there's ones that I think the 20-minute red is probably a good thing for the way it's gone now, because there'll be so many red cards and so many people off that would kind of ruin games.
Have you changed your behaviour in the tackle in terms of, do you make a conscious effort now on entry to lower height, or sacrifice maybe the offload, or do you just
Uh,
still have to make the right calls at the right time and just nearly hope?
Right call, the right time. But try not
Yeah.
to. I think as long as you're not leading with, as long as it looks like an actual attempt to make a tackle, it's lads that end up tucking shoulders, and as soon as you do that there and you hit someone in the head, that's when it's going to be a red. So, no, just a conscious effort to try to be as legal as possible. And if it's going to be if it's penalised, at least then it'll be a yellow, not a red.
How does it factor into training? You know, the way like there was always the kind of scenario drills. Is that more
Yeah.
and more in play now with kind of bananas calls of take fellas out just for different things, be it HIA or
Playing
yellow
with
or
down
red
to
cards?
13 or 14 players, yeah.
We actually don't do that much with 14, which would it's probably like now you said it, probably could do a bit more, but
Fucking here
no,
we
I
go
mean,
now, Saturday. All of us
for me,
going,
I
will
know.
you text Andy there? Just run this by the lads.
Yeah, I'll fire into the group chat here, see if he replies. No, I actually don't do. You do quite a lot of like tack 15 on 13, just because lads
Yeah.
are effectively never actually stay in rucks and there's no room to attack. But no, not so much with tacking with 14. No.
Yeah. Well, listen, you can tell Andy that there's two old boys there who talk a lot of sense on this podcast.
I'll mess here. The two turkeys that did the podcast here are actually a decent idea for rugby for once.
No
Whenever
chance.
when I asked Stu to come on, he goes, "This is the state of you two turkeys educating the Irish public on what rugby is." You had no idea what it was.
There should be something done about these rugby players who do a podcast. It's never anybody that's absolutely like rugby savant. You guys, Killer's doing one, does I?
I know.
Killer's doing one, he is.
Murray's up north doing one.
Yeah.
Murray in the north in his life, and now he's like doing a podcast up here. Like that's
He's a dairy man now.
With everything that's gone on with Ivan Yates, lads, they're looking for legislation around podcasting. But Stu, I think you'd be fully in favour of it too.
Yeah, exactly.
Just draw a line, no more rugby players.
One in, one out kind of thing. Like,
here, tell us, because I know you have dad duty to go back to. You're back to Ulster again. Are you looking forward to the new boss man, Rory Best, being in general manager? That'll be interesting.
yeah, I don't know. No, he'll be great. The money could get a bit tighter for a few lads, but thankfully, I won't have to deal with him too much, I don't think. But no, he's been great. I spoke to him a few times, and as a few lads said, he could stay and put his money where his mouth is. He has had all these ideas when he wasn't doing the job of how he'd fix it, so we'll see how it goes now.
True.
And it's great. Listen, as two players who play, well, three of us who all played alongside Rory, but even being captained by him as well. He's always been so influential in the game, and I think having him back in the game is so important. And particularly, I think it's really strong for Ulster. Another person who's come in this year, Mark Sexton. I want to get your thoughts on him, because everything I've heard about Mark, Johnny's obviously brother, is attack coach within Ulster at the minute. Sounds like great reports coming from what he's been shown.
No, Mark's been great. Thankfully, I've got on well with him. He has that same sort of side that Johnny has occasionally.
He's unbelievably tight as well.
I've got that
An
far,
absolute
actually,
psychopath.
No, he's been great. I think there was just certain areas of our attack that probably need ironed out, and a few things just put right. So no, he's been brilliant having the full summer with us. The young guys seem to be really buying into what he's doing as well, and he's got some really good ideas about the game. I think you sort of saw that come through in the first 4 games Ulster played there. First 5 games, sorry. Some of our attacks been really good, so hopefully that continues going forward. I think there's some really exciting players there that are hopefully getting the best out of them now.
Yeah, it has been a joy to watch. Obviously, I know we compete in interbros and stuff like that, but you do want to see the best and teams doing well, and he certainly looks like he's done a great job. Stu, in terms of the state of the game, though, at the moment, an awful lot of kicking. Do you think that it's kind of moving away a little bit from a kind of, high ball and play time, look after the ball, keep possession? You hear chat now like a kick a kilometre and you could win the game,
I've seen, I think, is it Borthwick's quite big for if you kick it enough, you'll win games. I remember speaking to Freddie Burns about that when he was at Leicester. That was a thing. But Yeah, there's definitely more kicking. I think the way you can contest high balls now, you can't stop people getting in the way, and everything turns into sort of a 50-50. So if you can put high balls up to 22, you have a good chance of getting the back a lot of the time. I don't know if it's a bad thing in a way. Like, the scores seem to be going up. It seems to be harder to defend, especially the way the tackling is. When you get into the 22, it's also so hard to get the ball back if you do keep possession there. Even the way you saw Australia at the weekend, they obviously weren't brilliant, but when they got into the 22, they were fairly hard to stop. So I think the way, if you can get a good kick in there, get a contestable, maybe force a knock on and just keep the ball from there, it seems to be the way the game's going a bit.
Yeah, and particularly like you see the match last weekend, Sam Prendergast, the spiral bomb, a couple of crossfield kicks, it keeps the opposition guessing as well, and
Yeah.
they're going to need that this weekend. Sam's obviously starting. What are you expecting from the match this weekend? Do you think, like, the progress Ireland showed last weekend up against what is going to be an unbelievable team, South Africa, is going to be a tough day?
Yeah, I think any games we play, I saw the last 5 results or something. I think we've won 4, they've won 1, but every one of them's very close. I'd say it'll be the same. Sam's kicking could be a bit of a difference maker, I suppose. That spiral bomb he hit the weekend was honestly hilarious. I don't know how anybody catches that genuinely. Like,
No one catches them.
If you're chasing it, I wouldn't even try to attempt to catch it. I'd just let the guy try to catch it.
Do you know what I think you should do?
Honestly, unbelievable. We were talking to him after, he said he's never hit one as well.
I've never,
for people who don't know, this spiral, it's a spiral kick. Instead of the corner, it's straight up in the air, but instead of an up and under that you would normally see. But see, to be under that, the way the ball falls is so difficult to try and catch.
I've never heard such a collective like ooh of everybody just like the
seriously.
It felt like 52,000 people went ooh. I just watched the ball go on. It was.
But you never mind them as much as the players. You know, when the players are kind of giving it that kind of.
One, that's a different. No, this is more of like never seen that before.
Well, the was when someone tried to catch it and it bounced 5 yards away from them.
Yeah. I wonder, are you better off trying to volley it? You know what I mean? Just honestly, kind of bicycle kick midair, just try to connect.
This is kind of rugby knowledge I came for. That was exactly that.
Text that to Andy.
It would sum the rugby in this podcast up pretty well. If you clip that
did you say volley it or bicycle kick it?
But like, you know, kind of like the old Ronnie Whelan one on the side as it's coming down.
Paolo Di Canio, he was the one who scored that goal from it. Okay, well, this is the sort of level of detail that the viewers and the listeners like to have, Stu.
We know what you want this weekend, Stu. Ireland to win by a point and Bundy to play like a bag of shit. You're no different to all of us when we talked out. You must get
terrible for you.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just saying what you were thinking.
That's like you saying, I hope the Lions go terribly because Paulie's coaching it.
I carried him, man. I carried him. I'm saying
before we started, you said, Paulie can't coach a line. That's what you said to me.
Brilliant.
The truth is coming out. I've been told not to say that. Well done for
He's too busy coaching Kevin the Carrot and how to get ready for Christmas.
Listen, Stu, we really appreciate you coming on the show and your honesty. Donncha?
Yeah, absolutely. Just shoot, give us a take. How do you think the weekend goes? You've been in camp, like how we set?
Yeah, I think we've seen positive signs. I think it'll be close. I think we'll win by it'll be 18-15, something like that. It will be. I can't see it being high scoring.
We'll have to kind of go to a bit of an emotional well, won't we? Like, this game is spicy, isn't it? There's not bad blood, but there's enough. There's beef.
Yeah, there's definitely enough there. I think even with a lot of those Leinster lads and all the like the Bull South African lads, I don't think they see eye to eye and everything, but. There's definitely a bit of spice there over the years, especially the last 3 or 4 years. So there'll be 2 good teams going against each other. I'll be actually interested to actually watch it as a sort of unbiased onlooker. I say unbiased, but I can watch it without any fear.
Completely biased.
You won't get a chance to watch it. You'll be watching Bluey or The Greatest Showman.
No, I get down there to watch it. I get to go to the bus.
Are you going down to it?
I'm going full John Terry. I'm going to get the kid on.
And you're with the squad.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I'll get down there Saturday. Meet the lads after. Brilliant.
Oh, Jesus, well done. Things have changed.
I'd like to.
Well, listen, well deserved. And listen, we really appreciate you jumping on, of course, because I know you're a busy man with that injury and everything else. It's great to just get an inside look at what's going on in camp.
Yeah, much appreciated, Stu. We wish you a speedy recovery. And when you get back out there, more of the same, man. It is a joy watching you tug out. We're really proud of you. Keep going.
Cheers, lads. Thanks for having me on.
And last thing, I suppose, I just saw your Instagram there. You're best of luck with the hair growth as well, man. You're
Oh, seriously? Come on. Do you want to put the
there's a 40% off. Is that what it is?
40% off. Yeah. I think listen, I'm just doing everybody a solid, you know. There's a few lads out there struggling.
The link's in his bio.
My wife has given me a hard time yesterday. It's a very tight haircut here at the minute, so I might be getting onto you.
What did they do, Stu? What did they do? Did they take the hair off Conor Murray's back and reattach it to your head?
No, that's Tag Bird did that one. He got it off the back and stuck in the corners.
He did. That's the back of Conor Murray's arse.
Stu, good man. We'll catch you later. I
don't know if
he was too happy about that. A bit of the hair at the end.
The hair one. He liked the plug, but not the slag.
I told you Conor Murray's before. Arse.
Yeah, I told you that before, didn't I? I think we've chatted about it on the offload about, you know, the exit medical. And I only heard in the recent times they're also doing a kind of brain scan to make sure that the players are in good stead leaving the game as well. So we get exit medicals where they basically have a look at you. But that was one of the big things in Worcester. They had to put a stipulation in place that lads couldn't get their teeth fixed. Well, they could get them fixed, but they couldn't kind of end up with, like, you know, the Turkish
Jurgen Klopp or Simon Cowell teeth.
Yeah, exactly. And all of them had to stop getting their hair plugged. So they were the two operations of choice. Fellas are going around, they couldn't honestly lift their arm over their head, but they were getting their hair plugged on their exit medical. So they were the two ones.
Are you serious? The club were paying for that, were they?
They were at the start, I suppose, when you think of it. You know what I mean? Like, it was just bananas.
I remember the Rugby Players Ireland version in England, so it must be Rugby Players England. But they like, one of the biggest things that they have is discount codes for hair treatments. Yeah.
It's wild. 100%.
Anyway, I could do with it. You probably don't need to.
Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, you never know, though. Yeah, my hair's going all right. Yeah.
Here, I was in RT the other day. I was in your old stomping ground, and one of your good mates, Carl, who I know you met up with last week.
Yes.
And it was great to bump into him, Carl Mullen.
The beautiful boy, Carl Mullen. You were on with Oliver, weren't you, in the breakfast? Or, sorry,
I was.
What time's he on now? He's moved from
11 to 1.
Yeah, Radio 1 has had a bit of a shake-up, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. So he's following on from Dave McCullough, I think it was.
Yes.
Dave McCullough turns out a big rugby head.
No way.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
He would be a death row dinner for me. He'd be a guest at it. I think he's very interesting. Yeah.
No way, right?
Yeah, I love him. I honestly, man, I love how straight he is, and that sometimes he says enough with his head or his eyes, or just how he can grill someone, and then inside that he's probably a bit of crack as well. Isn't he a massive music fan or something? Is he a Springsteen or
a Springsteen? Yeah, mega Springsteen fan, but mega rugby fan as well. Like, he was talking to Colliver about Ireland against England back in 2010, because everybody always goes to 2009 winning the Grand Slam, but he's reciting matches years after that. So yeah, big into his rugby. So that was cool. Then I went and met Carl.
Brilliant.
Carl, who knows nothing about rugby.
I love the fact that
Carl knows about drones.
Carl Mullen, possibly the greatest Irish rugby name of all time. And then there's our fella, not an arse's roar of it. You know what I mean? Carl would ask you, could you score an own try? You know what I mean?
The closest Carl gets to a rugby match is doing his whiskey videos at the end of matches.
Whiskey videos.
If you follow on social media, it's like the fear and the close-ups of the face. Yeah, he loves it.
Myself and Darren do give him an awful time over those videos. It's like, get busy with your whiskey content.
He was literally, I was saying, where are you off to now? He was actually heading to Dublin Airport to film something.
No way.
He loves a plane, doesn't he?
He loves a plane. Do you know he goes out there to just watch them? Or, you know, if, like, do you remember, did Air Force One land or refuel or something? Or sometimes there might be an unusual plane come in. He'll know about it. It's landing at like 2:31 on next Thursday. So I'm going to go. out and have a look at it.
He's one of those.
He's one of those. Do you know they're building an area off it so that
I
the people
heard
can
this.
actually have a proper look?
Good, like they're building like a grandstand for
Yes.
people with their binoculars.
Genuinely,
Isn't
right?
that wild?
If you're one of those people that listens, grow up. Will you grow up? Cough on to yourself.
Carl
Honestly.
listens. Carl
Yeah.
listens.
It's like when I see adults on rollerblades, I'm like, cop on.
I actually have a pair of roller skates down in the.
Same-
I have a
same.
skateboard.
You've a guitar in the corner we only spotted the other day.
I
What-
do. I'll play
a
a
waste-
tune on it. Here,
Go
here we
on, play us something, Tommy. Oh, wow. You know,
Oh, shite. Ah, fuck's
yeah,
sake. Right, enough of
I know
that.
where we got. Was
Buffalo
that Bob
Soldier.
Marley?
Oh,
No,
not Buffalo,
Redemption Song.
There you have it. Yeah, close
Well
enough.
done.
Anyway. I should have got
Jeez.
Brown Eyed Girl. Anyway, the old days when that used to be kind of a single and they were the great times, all right. Anyway, let's talk a bit of rugby.
You always hate. Hold on. You always hate the flute that takes out the guitar on the night out, don't you?
I know.
Like, that is time to go home for me. I know I'm sober, but if a fucking turkey like you takes out the guitar, I'm there. I'm gone. Good
Well,
luck.
I gather Andy Farrell's unbelievable with this. That on a team social, he'll pull out the guitar and start
No.
playing Oasis. Loves it, and he's meant to be brilliant.
Yeah, but you have to say he's brilliant. He's the coach. You know what I mean? It's
but I think he
it's
is
a classic
brilliant.
David Brent moment. You know what I mean? Like, where you're there, oh fuck, you know what I mean? Because put me in that situation, genuinely, and I'm there like, you're my wonder wall, having the best time of my life.
Do you remember David Brent? Free love on the free love freeway.
Freeway,
The love
the
is
love is
cool.
good.
and the free-
That's him, man.
Andy Farrell,
We-
give it a rest, mate. So if you're
we should-
watching planes and if you're bringing out the guitar,
You-
give it up.
Yeah, we should have asked you there. That was the question. You know what I mean? Does anyone really like Andy Farrell on the guitar?
We got the truth out of him eventually. Right, let's get a little bit of rugby in at some stage here as well. I want to talk to you about World Rugby Player of the Year. It's going to be announced this weekend.
Yes.
There are 4 nominations for it. Well, yeah, I'll go through. Biel Barry, the French winger,
Amazing
unbelievable
player.
deserves that. Malcolm Marks, the South African
Incredible.
hooker.
Yeah.
Ox Nitsch is
What
the,
a player.
yeah, right, okay, right. Loose head
There's my
for
winner.
South Africa. Right. And Peter Steph Dutoy, he's just a regular in the
Yes.
nominations or gets it.
Yeah. I
How
don't
is
know this.
Tyburn not in?
Great question. Genuinely. I know you have to pick 4, and probably, to be fair, South Africa have been dominant yet against this year, and France, to be fair, they were
No,
incredible.
no. Like Tyburn has been
Yeah.
exceptional for Ireland.
I
He was
agree.
player of the series in the Lions. Has played so well for Munster this year, and again, you think about even with Ireland again in the autumn has been one of the top. Honestly, I think it's it's scandalous he's not even nominated.
Absolutely. And I suppose, look, I see, we all see his value, but on some of the difficult days last year, he was always incredible for Munster. Genuinely, I don't think I've seen a player like him. I think he's changed the game for that position. If you can't do what he does now, he's just different. I do feel for Ardy Surveyor as well. I
Yeah.
thought, he's there about
Point of
but-
difference player, yeah.
And
And I just think Malcolm Marks fantastic, like, and Ox unbelievable. Peter Stepton, like they're all brilliant players, but they're in part of that team. Like you could pick any of the South Africans because they all
that's
make
true.
each other look good. Tyburn in a team, an Irish team, even at times, or Munster team at times that looked like they were struggling. He was a standout player, and I think
Yeah.
maybe you could say the same with Ardy Surveyor as well. So
I
yeah, I
agree.
think that's
And not only
shocking.
that, like I know there's other nations that are aggrieved, but I think as Lions, as British and Irish Lions, we should all be so upset that there isn't one. And he was a standout player on the Lions tour. He was like voted by the players as the best Lion, and for him not to represent, it's just so disappointing for him because you know what, like Tommy, you run hot for a year. You know what I mean? Like you might
yeah.
you just don't know, and. I
And like,
thought he would have
listen,
been.
we've had the likes of Josh van der Fleer win it. We've had Johnny Sexton win it. Like, so we have done very well in that. But I do think that, You know, even if he wasn't to win, I actually genuinely thought he would have been nominated. So anyway, the best of luck to the four of them to see who's going to win. You're going for the Ox, are you?
Yes, I just honestly that the domination of kind of scrum, the ability around the pitch, and just it's an unthanked position. You know what I mean? Like he's never going to have the amazing moments, but they are the nuts and bolts. But I honestly, you always genuflect for a prop.
I don't think it should go to anyone who comes off early or has to come on off the bench.
See, there you go now. But then
it's
then
grand to go out and empty the tank for 30 minutes off the bench or 50 minutes.
Yeah.
No?
Are you looking for a bite on South Africa? But that's the new game,
No,
isn't it?
on front rows.
Yeah.
Like they have
but
it
like
handy.
everyone's had it now. Haven't they got the Palm squad? Or
for
you know what I
God's
mean? The
sake, give
English
me a
one, and
break.
then and isn't Argentina saying that's what they did against Scotland to kind of get them over the line? Maybe it's where we got to start looking. Putting Tig on the bench.
Well, I actually read some of the comments because Sam Prendergast is obviously picked ahead of Jack Crowley, and there are a lot of people speculating that they're going to bring Jack on to combat the bomb squad for South Africa, because whenever their big heavy hitters come on off the bench, Jack Crowley's going to take them down.
That's a lovely remit, isn't it? See those 8 massive men. You're going on to kick the shite out of them.
In between Andy Farrell, in between Don't Look Back in Anger and Wonderwall, Andy pulled Jack over to
Brenty's there on the guitar singing Free Love.
Right. Well, like initially, your thoughts. I would presume you're gutted for Jack Crowley to miss out.
I'm not surprised. I'll be completely honest with you. I think they're in that kind of phase of trailing it out. And sometimes I don't know. I genuinely don't know. And like, who said it? It was Peter O'Mahony. You know what I mean? If Farrell makes the call, I'm all right with it. I genuinely have so much probably trust and faith in him. Yeah. If he's seen something, fair enough. But I hope Jack gets the same amount of opportunity in terms of getting game time and stuff like that as well. It was interesting hearing Stu, though, just comment on Sam's kicking game.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? That seems to be a bit of a point of difference at the moment. I don't know enough about that area of it, but
I think, listen, there's a lot of people talking about defence. Can I ask you, as somebody who's tall, because Sam is 6'4", for an out half, that's huge.
Big man. Yeah, he's so big.
How difficult, like, is it a lot more difficult to, like, I'm 6'2", pushing 3, right? And of course, you're like, when you're trying to defend out wide, there's that awkwardness, particularly when you're trying to lead the line to get up and make a hit, and somebody putting fast feet on right in front of you is so difficult. But for you, did you find, because I was listening to Ian Madigan talk about Sam Prendergast saying like he is hungry for the tackle, but it's just really difficult at that height. And I don't know, is that something you would kind of agree with if you're leading the line in there?
Fuck it, I don't see him leading the line, man. Do you?
I don't
see him like a dog on a chain to D. You know what I mean?
He did make a big tackle on James O'Connor early in the match, and you could see he was like wanting to get up and show. Now it wasn't the most technically, and then again, he's still only 22. He hasn't a huge amount of games at that level, so it does take time.
When you see him in person as well, he's got a huge frame. You know he's going to fill out to be quite incredible. But for me as well, there needs to be a kind of top 3 inches of desire. You know what I mean? And that's what it's going to get tested this weekend. They're going to run right at him, and they'll find him. You know what I mean? Like there is no hiding on an international pitch.
Well, Dialende and Creel, 2 centres, are going to be straight, and you think about their pack coming around the corner, so it's going to be a hell of a test for him.
Yeah, I know there's this narrative, though, of both of them, but genuinely, man, when he throws on a green jersey, you want him to blow it away. Like, I'd love to see him flip him in half and stuff like that, you know, so...
Do you think it would be unfair for the IRFU to say to the TV crew, would you ever feck off with your player cam? Like, it literally took... a few minutes of him playing in that Australia match. Within 5 minutes,
2
he
seconds.
just kicked the ball in the air. And on the big screen, there's Jack Crowley.
I saw it. It's actually, isn't it so frustrating? You know, because like you look at Stu there, right? He's competing with Bundy Aki, Ringrose, Robbie Henshaw. Everyone's in competition, you know. But it's like, of course, this is the one we're all interested in. And you're right. The media are there. Oh, don't get... like, let's not have a pile on social media, but you're fine for. But then again, it was disappointing. But remember, they used them as the main sales thing for the Munster-Leinster game. They had the two boys head-to-head, and then they had Johnny and Raj. That was the kind of...
Yeah, but they don't care. They're trying to sell tickets. They're trying to
I
sell
know, but
tickets. So it's all this duty of care, but realistically, when it suits.
Yeah, that's my point. You can't have it both ways. You know what I mean? So, like, the media are basically fueling it because you allow them to as well. So, but
Whatever.
You're right. I was thinking, one of the players was sitting beside him, and I was thinking, if you just actually stuck your finger up or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of the other lads, because Jack can't do anything in that situation.
No, he can't. It's so awkward.
It's awkward. Get the cameras off.
Because you can't look at the camera. You can't look pissed off. You can't smile. I mean, what are you meant? You're
you know
right.
what he should
Imagine
do?
somebody beside just gave the fingers.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we can't risk that again. Too many
That's
kids
it.
watching.
Yeah. That's the
actually
way
a
to
good
do it.
shout.
His teammates need to flip the bird every time they go to Jack Crowley. You know what I mean? And just, or do get on Dricko's word, 6-7, 6-7.
Oh, no, they'd love that. They do it all
Would
the time.
they? Oh, I think that's the end of that. No, surely.
Whatever about the Prendergast Crowley comparisons and battle, I am looking forward to the 10 battle. This Feinberg, Moggan and Zulu out half for South Africa. Holy shit. He's 23. Sam Prendergast is 22. Jack Crowley is 23 as well, isn't he? 23, 24. So 25. Close enough. 6, 7. That's going to be great, and he is entertaining. He's box office as a 10 South African out half.
Yeah, agreed. Oh, look, this game's going to be on it. What did you make a selection? That's one everyone's eye will grab. Mac Hansen back at 15. I like the back row, I'll be honest with you. Van der Fleer coming back in at 7. Doris Tate and Byrne at 6. Like, for me, that's better balance. I know they tried to play Doris at 7, and you can, but he's an 8, man. He's an 8 every day.
Yeah,
which is unfortunate for Jack.
Josh back, putting pressure on the opposition. Like, he'll be so up for this as well, because can you imagine how much he's chomping at the bit whenever he sees Caelan Doris playing in his position? Like, this is a big opportunity for him. Obviously, Bundy Aki back in. Do you know what's excuse me. It's what's unbelievable. How Jerry Thornley pretty much has the team the morning of. It's
I
unreal.
wonder, right? Does Andy get him to pick it? Imagine it's actually all along it's been Jerry Thornley's team, and he just leaves Andy Farrell take the rap.
But it's insane. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, he's very accurate.
He has a possible team up on a Thursday morning. And I think, like, he called Prendergast in, he called Van der Fleer in, he called Bundy Aki back in. Like, it's insane. Gary Ringrose back in as well. Like, but I mean, to tell you what, he's an eye for squad selection, old Jerry.
Yeah. Do you know what, though? I love that in terms of journalism. You know what I mean? Be it contacts or whatever he's doing, you know what I mean? He's a beat ahead, as opposed to I feel sometimes journalism has gone to the point where we're hearing all these flutes opinions, you know what I mean? As opposed to do a bit of work and find out, dig, you know what I mean? And
I remember with Joe Schmidt, the team used to get leaked. It was during the World Cup whenever we were in England and Wales. And Joe Law was losing his mind. Like, he was saying in a meeting, he was like, talking about the trust within this squad, talking about how we have all each other's back, and how can we trust you if you're going to, and then kept bringing in team selection. And like at one stage, like, there was almost hints that he was going to be going and try and check through people's phones to see who was.
Well, the
paranoia was mega, and you can imagine in the middle of a World Cup as well.
I do remember stuff like that, like, genuinely, right? You might tell, for me, it was always my brother Eddie. I would tell him early in the week that I was in, because he was good for my head. He was good for, like, framing me and getting me ready to play. Right. But I remember, other than that, I wouldn't have told a whole lot of people until the kind of team's name.
Would you have told him that you were in, or would you have told him the team?
No, I would have told him I'm in.
Yeah. That's what I would text my dad 14 or 11 or whatever. Yeah. But like, for all I know, he was probably onto Jerry Thorne. Do you mean? Like, Jerry probably doesn't have many of the team on speed dial, but he probably has all their parents.
Yeah. It was Paul Bowe all along. Hey, Jerry, how's it going? Do you fancy a few points before the match? Yeah, Tommy's starting. And then,
Listen, anything for a few free pints, all right. Yeah, pothole
yeah.
Paul Bowe would have been all over it.
I remember ringing my brother Emmett one time to tell him I was starting because I was thereabouts fighting it out with Mal, you know, and I remember him kind of going, geez, how did Mal take that? And I was there, no, Paul's injured. I'm in with Mal. And he was there, is Paul all right? I was there, yeah, he's fine. He was, is he going to be okay for Europe? I was there, I'm fucking in, man. He was there, listen, honestly, you do whatever it takes to get him right now. Will you make sure you're calling in and checking in on him? I was like, I'm in.
I'm looking at it here. The bookies have South Africa as 6-point favourites. What way do you see it going?
Yeah, I think that's accurate and right. But I know this one is going to be epic, isn't it? But I actually think, and they have all the drive. I think they rightly feel like they're being poorly refed at the moment in terms of some of the decisions they're getting. Razzie's good for having the chip on the shoulder, but I actually don't think there's a more disrespected team in World Rugby at the moment than Ireland.
Yeah. Oh, than Ireland?
Than Ireland.
Oh, okay.
I listen to every podcast I listen to, especially outside the country. I think we are totally overlooked. Everyone's chatting about the aging squad. No respect, no appreciation for the work that went in just even early in this summer. Everyone's calling us that we're done. And I hope we get in a performance. And then I hope after it that people kind of put the hand up and go, geez, we're sorry for getting that so wrong about that Irish team. 100%, we deserve the kick in the stones after losing to France in the Aviva. I can see why people see blood in the water, but I actually think they've gone too far in underestimating this team. And I hope we bring it, man. I hope we bring it with the ultimate scalp. It really is, you know. It's actually the perfect game for us to silence so many.
It really is. Can you imagine? Oh, like it's making me think this could be a performance right up there with South Africa in the Rugby World Cup again. If Ireland bring their game and this game goes right down to the wire, the atmosphere is going to be unbelievable. Can't wait. And here, and Catherine Connolly's going to be she's going to be out shaking hands first time out.
Way. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well done. Yeah, so, great.
Hopefully it's a bit faster than Michael D used to.
Easy now. Easy. Stop. It still upsets me that you go on about that, man. He's a fucking national treasure. But Tommy, just on that, I think this will need to be our best performance ever. Like we've had it, France over there, you know what I mean, the World Cup, but like we chat about going to the well. I think this Irish team need to find another gear, and this will be right up there. This will be a landmark win of kind of, you know,
it's going to be huge. I can't wait. You're going?
I'm going. Yes, can't wait. A load of my nieces and nephews are coming up in the car with me, and Jake is coming and hanging around with them. I've a little bit of work, so they're heading off for. I think they found some spot that does burritos.
Okay.
So they're excited about that. Yeah. And then catch up with them afterwards.
Doing a Nixer too. I'm with Brian Abana before the game, which will be a bit of crack.
Oh, nice. And then, yes, very good.
And then on the telly with TNT. So yeah, looking forward to it. It's going to be epic day. This is the one that we're all looking forward to. I can't bloody wait.
Yeah. Should we go into any of the other rugby, or should we just go, do you know what? Jog on. Stop slagging us off. Everyone watch Ireland versus South Africa and then shut your mouths after it.
Let's leave it at that. Thanks again for listening as ever. Please do like and subscribe. Again, like we said at the start, if you can get those tickets to see us live next March, I promise you'll enjoy it. Or if it's going to be a great night out. And thanks again to 15 Kings for sponsoring the podcast. Donncha?
Especially in Cork. Come on, Cork, will you? Belfast is hammering us. Come on, the Rebels.
Go on. Good luck. Chat to you later, mate.